Hello, my name is Raymond Karczewski. Throughout the last 2,000 years, much has been said about the word Christ. It is a word that has been misunderstood by millions. The truth of the matter is that all men and women, at the very core of their spiritual being, are Christ's. That is, they resonate with the unmistakable energy of holistic truth. Most civilized men and women, however, suffer from amnesia of their true spiritual estate, of their own Christhood. This has come about through a lifetime of satanic mind conditioning. As one Christ speaking to other Christs, who do not yet know that they are Christs, let me tell you the story about the Odyssey of the Pegs. It is the story of the we, the you, and me. You may ask, how can I assume that I may speak for you? Hold that question, and you'll have your answer after you listen to what I have to say. Each of us come into this world as complete, new, uncorrupted, open, inquisitive, and uncertain human beings. Welcome to life. You look at yourself, and you see this little, round, chubby, energetic, brimming with life body. You are full of wonderment, and soon you begin to explore your surroundings. As the link begins to solidify with those who are close to you, certain recognizable responses and communications of sorts begin to emerge and form predictable patterns of behavior. That's when your life begins to change and take shape, and your own personal hell begins. You hear, "Don't do that. Bad. Mommy loves you. Daddy loves you. It's for your own good. This hurts me more than it does you." And you get confused, because all you're trying to do is to understand your world, and every time you act with that purpose in mind, you are being corrected, being punished for it. The sudden openness of a big, wide, wonderful world begins to take the shutting down process. You know that you are not going to harm yourself. All you want to do is understand your own surroundings, but you're being blocked from it by somebody who knows what's good for you. You begin to see that this person who professes to know better is really fearful, anxious, and a reactionary human being, who is closed down, has no life of their own, but they are sure to make certain that you follow in their footsteps. They have to find their power somewhere. So guess who gets it? Right. The one at the bottom of the hierarchy. You. But what the heck? Punishment and pain is still attention, isn't it? And you soon become corrupted toward craving such attention. So it doesn't matter how you get it. Just so you do get it, right? Suddenly your body begins to change. You take on the shape of either a round peg or a square peg. Your body has lost its own intelligence, and therefore accommodates itself to the type of pressure which is inflicted upon it. You shape yourself according to the kinds of pressure that best serves you. You don't want trouble. You don't want problems. But they mysteriously and doggedly follow your every step. Ah, life. The training ground of childhood and adolescence is now behind you, and it's time to grow up. It's time to take responsibility. It's time to be what everybody wants you to be. But you don't know what that is, because all that you do know is what you are. And people are telling you there is something very wrong with that. They pressure you to go along, to get along. You graduate from the institutions of mind control, which for many have controlled your thoughts and molded your world view from anywhere from 8 to 12 years, and sometimes beyond. And now you are ready to face the world. This time of your life is new, exciting, uncertain, and fearful. But then you realize that is nothing new. Life has always been that way for you, were it not for the pressures brought to bear upon you to please others. You step out into the world, and some who call themselves experts and leaders are standing over others who have shovels in their hands, digging holes all over the place. Those experts, those leaders, are politicians, corporate policymakers, and bankers. The hole diggers are bureaucrats. They go about their daily work digging holes. Some holes are round, some holes are square. But your years of conditioning have not enlightened you, but have brought you into the darkness of ignorance. Such darkness makes it difficult for you to see clearly where you are going, and you find yourself falling into the purposely dug holes within the field of life in which you must walk. You are upset at all the nonsense you see going on about you. You ask the faceless hole diggers why they are digging holes for others to fall into. You get no answer from them other than, "It's just the way it is. I'm just following orders. I'm just doing my job." A well-dressed, prosperous-looking man walks up to you and in a soothing voice identifies himself as an expert. "Don't worry," he says, soothingly. "If you don't fit well into your hole, you may come to visit me, for my name is Psychiatrist. My job is to help you fit into your hole. Being a square peg, that round hole that you are now in will never fit you. So come to me, and I will shave a little off here, and a little off there, and voila, you're now a round peg. I've solved your problem, have I not? Now go and meet and relate with the world, you wonderful round peg, you." You step out of his office, and guess what? The first hole you fall into is a square one, and you again do not fit. Back to the experts with you. A little more shaving here, and a little more shaving there, and you're back once again to being a square peg, although you are much smaller than you were at the beginning of your ordeal, because of all the sculpting work that has been going on. But you have no choice, do you, but to follow the directions, because somewhere along the way you have given up the ability to think for yourself, to take responsibility for yourself. And isn't that what you find yourself lost on the path which led you to be where you are today. That wonderful life that you were born into has turned into a living hell where peg sculptors and hole diggers are king.